No, I'm not playing in a test match. This is a one-day shirt, but we're not playing in a one-day game either. We're out here at the Ninda Gully pub, and it's hot as Hades out here, it feels like. It's really hot. It's bloody warm out here. And we were sitting around, just had lunch, and we were thinking, there's one thing that we always take camping. We could not camp without it. And where's Carol?
Let me improve the situation. Here I am.
What's the one thing?
If you look at my feet, I'm not on stilts. This here is our little step. Let me show you. It's nice and easy. Folds flat.
Is this a how to use?
A how to use as well as why we use it. And back out, down, and that. Even though we've got a drop down slide, I can still stand in and see in the fridge, as you can see. But Gay's like, oh, can you get me a beer? And I can't see what's in there. But if I stand on the step, and this is at the lowest the slide goes, or the drop down slide. There we go, beer. Oh, Carlton Draft. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, thanks.
Perfect. I might have a Bilson's.
Bilson's.
Now, if I could see in here, if I didn't have the fridgy thing, the step thing I mean, I wouldn't be able to see what I was doing, because I've got to move all your cans out of the way. It's quite the effort, this, let me tell you. I don't want banoffee, no to banoffee. Well, pine lime though, I think. Oh. Now see, I wouldn't be able to reach in off the ground. Yeah, pine lime. Sounds nommy, doesn't it, everybody? Hey, now I can just sort everything back out in the fridge without having to fluff about. All good. Cheers, everybody. You want me to open yours?
I can open it.
Look at you. Skilled with a can.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wet the lips.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
On a warm day.
Warm day, I'm parched.
Warm day.
Probably should be drinking water, but pine lime it is.
Also need to mention how high the car is. We've had it lifted.
Yeah, so we've got, I think, a 2-inch lift kit on it. So anything.
It's lifted.
Anyway, it's all, apparently it isn't about the size. But yeah, it does make a huge difference for anything, as you can see. Once I hit, I can barely get in the car. That's why we have side steps. But they automatically come with us. Anyway, I can show you other things I use my little wee step for. Come around here. Look out for Toby. I have to put my drink down. So I use it from the top shelf here. I got my camp boss and a fry pan and some dishes and that for when we're out on the road picnicking and stuff like that. Also accessing stuff up here, because there's not a chance in hell from down here that I could reach anything that's past sort of here. So this is fine, this is fine. Sometimes I do use the step for this though when I'm loading it. It's just easier to see what's in there. I don't need it for this. I'm tall enough for this.
I can see that. What was it?
The box under the story box. Carol can reach that. I'm not very tall. But even when sometimes when I use this and I put stuff down the side here and it slides, and between a combination of things I can't reach, so I use a step. It gives me just that bit extra reach.
And what about the air fryer?
When I'm using the air fryer, the inverter's on the other side of the car, so I need to throw the power cord, because we've only got like a 2-metre power cord. I throw it through, and quite often it lands behind the fridge naturally. So obviously from here, I only have this sort of reach, whereas with the step, it's not that I can reach the other side, but I have a better reach and I usually can grab it. Just fix my hair. Also, as you can see, we've got our solar panels currently connected to the car panels. So let me just step over the dog yet. Oops, sorry about that, I got my step in the way. Just so you know, it's 136 kilo rated, so it's a strong one. I got 100 kilos spare. Kidding. So I can't, we need to be able to disconnect these when I switch the solar to the Caravan. If we want more solar coming in, we put it on the car. And I can't reach that from down here. I don't have the leverage to pull this one from this one. As you can see, it's quite a, I can do it, but because Anderson plugs are quite tight, that's why I have a bit of trouble. And there's really only one other use I use a step for, is if I need to, especially when Gay's not around. Come this way. I will show you an example. If I need to get into the bonnet, if I can. Now remember that I'm not exactly that strong, but I can't lift the bonnet high enough. But if I bring my little wee step, looky look, done. That's what I do. That's just checking for mice and rats. All good. That's what I use the step for. Do you use the step at all, Gay?
Why, I do.
Well, let me take the camera off you and you can... She's having a suck of her beard. How Australian would you like it? Come on. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
So, we'll do it on this one, this one, here.
Oh, look, a step.
Maybe not here, maybe here. So I use it because I'm in charge of this side of the canopy, and this is all my wood stuff. So we do carry some wood in here, see, and some poles. This can be quite heavy, and if I was to lift it down from here, it's not as easy as if I'm lifting it from this height. I can lift it. But also, we've got the dog food there, handy for that as well. But also, I can see what I've got in my drawers. I can't necessarily see, I can, but they're a bit high.
I'd like to see what she's got in her drawers too.
Yeah, so I got the drawers, we've got a new addition.
Yeah, that's if I don't behave.
Hmm.
It was a rolling pin if you didn't catch it.
Yes. And this one's got all the tools in. This one's not too bad. I don't necessarily need a step for this one. It's a bit easier. But yes. And again, the same thing. A step to get in the back. So I didn't know about making a little nook in the back, but to stuff that we just sort of pile in. Like, okay, our little table stand.
That's from Drifter.
It's quite handy actually.
Yeah, I had to say it is.
Yeah, it is quite handy. So that's nice and light actually. But yeah, that travels in there with a few other things. Yeah. We'll leave that there because that's all that I use it for. I've got one other thing to show you.
Oh, what do you got?
Well, you see,
Oh, yes.
we also use this. Apparently can hold 130 kilos.
I think 136. I don't know why the 36, but anyway.
When we're using our shower, well, we haven't really used it yet. We've just set it up. But when we're
It's an ornament.
when we use our shower tent from Kick-Ass, yes.
Look at her going label dropping. Anyway.
Yes, it's easier for us. Otherwise, from here, it's not so easy. Yes, that's why we have the step. And if we come around the other side,
Oh, what's that you got? A bag of goodies.
it's my other step.
Oh, looky, looky.
Hey.
And everyone's like, that's not a step.
That is.
Let's come on, we'll show them how it works.
Yes.
Take your step with you.
Yeah.
Step by step. What was that? NSYNC. NSYNC?
That was somebody else.
Was it? I don't know. Someone can comment and tell me I
Boy
was
band.
wrong. Yeah, I thought NSYNC were a boy band.
Oh, were they? Alright, so when we want to clean some cobwebs off the car, Not really. So this step, let me stand this way. I'll be skinny. So the step has a rubber bit there. I've got cobwebs on me. And it hooks in there. A little bit of a ding there. But yes, I put it on there. And then when I want to get up to either get the ladder off, the ladder.
Ladder.
It doesn't.
We don't have a ladder.
That's not a ladder. We need a ladder. When I want to get the shovel off, or the canopy that we don't use very much.
Gazebo. That's our hood ornament.
Gazebo. Yeah.
Here we go. So,
up we
pull your
go.
foot in, up.
That's it. Now look at me. I can check everything, make sure everything's done. The gazebo's nice and tight and sturdy. The shovel's all good. I can reach it as I sweat. Yes, that's why we have a little step. That's it. That's it for. Oh no, my little baggie flew away. In the dust. I don't need a step to get that. Are we good?
We're good.
Okay, we're going on to the next bit.
Still a step. Step in the right direction. She doesn't think of.
As I mentioned before, the Ninda Gully pub is just up there behind us. We'll be going up there very shortly. But before we do, we've got one more step to show. So when we had the handover of the caravan, the couple, they were very, very nice.
And very thorough.
And very thorough. And what did she keep saying?
Every time we went around, we'd do something. She goes, "You'll need a step for that," because she was about my height, I think. And we'd do something else, and she goes, "You'll need a step for that. You'll need a step for that."
And then there was the...
"You'll need a step for that."
"You'll need a ladder for that."
Yeah, we don't have a ladder.
Not yet.
We do have a step.
We do need a ladder,
yes.
But yes.
So I'll show you our other set of steps. Because as you can see, this distance to the ground is quite high. So with no step...
Off you go, Toby.
With no step, I wouldn't get in. Well, I can, but it is quite a step.
A demonstration, please.
Okay. Open the door. Step, step, step.
So we have an extra step, I think most of them do, an extra step into our floor level. You're dark in there.
I'll come out then.
Alright.
Bye. I can explain this next bit. One of Gay's chores, or one of her, you know how everyone has their own setup things to do. Mine's a lot of other stuff, and Gay's is the annex or the awning. She always that's her thing. And because Gay's not massively taller than me, but let's be honest, she is taller than me. She uses the steps to open the clips. So we can push the roof up. We don't need the step inside for anything, at least. But yes, on the outside, that's what we use it for. And then when she's packing up, sometimes to come over here, sometimes when she's packing this up, the awning, she uses the step just with this, just when she gets to the last bit towards the caravan, especially when the roof's up, it's a bit higher. And that's our step-by-step of our steps, of our must-have for the caravan steps. If nothing else, if we forget the steps, we may as well just go on back home.
Yeah. Well,
no,
to get the roof up is pretty important. We do need those steps.
Yeah, oh, to get the roof up we do, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the ones that came with the caravan, although they look a bit used, we never fold them out or anything, they just stay like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then we're able to get the roof up. So one more thing we use now, we've used other steps for this. Now we use this step.
Ah, yes. Let me show you. Forgotten about that already. Oh. Gay's carrying a beer this time.
Where's yours?
My drink's in my... I can't carry that and this. Again, a height thing for us, and weight.
Oh, hang on, let me... Yeah.
Height and weight's affected here.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got it on my shirt the same way. Height and weight, so we need the leverage.
That was getting grease.
Grease on our pants or whatever.
Yeah.
Excuse our tea bags, because this is where we keep our used tea bags. We burn them. So, but to be able to lift this out, usually it's full. This one's not quite full. But yeah, they're usually, what, 20 kilos?
Yeah,
so
hang on, let me stand over here.
She's going to go over there.
I'm going to go over here. All right, good to go.
I've got all the tea bags. Get our water out.
Yeah.
And all our tea bags. I don't drink tea.
When we make a cup of tea on the road, what's the story?
Well, we make a cup of tea on the road and I make it just inside in the pantry without a step. And I always, instead of, never have a bag in there, so, and I don't want to put a wet soggy tea bag inside on the carpet or on the canopy, so I just throw it in between the water drum and the back of the canopy, and they sit down there.
Until we light a fire.
Until we light a fire, and then we burn them.
Yeah.
So, but we do also put dog poo there if we're not near a bin and we just need to travel.
Yeah, you've got to remember that dog poo though.
Yeah,
you don't
otherwise
want to
you
leave
walk
it
past
there.
a car and you're like, and it gets flattened against the back, and then it gets, it's never good.
No.
So, but yes, that's the other reason for the step. So let me just put my tea bags here, and I'll put the water back.
Yeah, so when it's heavy, it's much easier. To,
Yeah, so that's probably half full.
A bit of leverage.
Yeah, need it. There's no way
Otherwise,
knowing. I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well, here's an example. This one's this one's full. I'm not even going to try. I could do it, but I've got to lift it above my height, and I couldn't do that with the 20 kilo one.
Yeah.
So, and I don't reckon on that. Same as putting them in. Sweating.
It's sweating.
Yeah, it's hot.
Because it's, where are we?
We're at the Ninden Gully pub.
It's over there.
And we're heading there.
Yeah.
As soon as Gay finishes with the video. Anyway, wrap it up, come on.
Yeah.
It's not like me to rush to a pub. We're going to take Toby for a swim first.
Alright, so that's us for the one thing that we must have when we're travelling.
Yep.
Yeah. And must have, because we're short and because we're a bit weak.
Yes, mainly the short.
Strength,
more than anything.
as in strength, to get to some stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
cool.
And next edition will be a ladder. So yeah, thanks for watching. Got any comments on everything? What about that?
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Like
Make any comments. Any comments on
like
anything?
Us, tell other people about us, you know, all that sort of stuff.
We're thinking we might do some vlogs, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, have a crack at vlogs, and we might even pop up and, you'll see us around.
Yeah, bye.
Mistletoe.
Ah, mistletoe.
Up in this tree. Looks good, babe. I think they have live music at the Ninden Gully.
Ah.
Fully
No, you're so close. feel like an athlete doing this. I probably look like
Not an athlete. Let's go
Norm.
with that.
Norm on the couch. Right, this way.